Good evening, everyone. Let me just get up the chat. Hope you are all well. Put my phone out the way so it doesn't disturb us. Good evening, Sue. We've got to Sunday evening. How did that happen? The weekend has flown by. Absolutely flown by. Good evening, Joanna. I have what have I been up to? We went out for a nice lunch yesterday. That was nice. We went out, Stephen, Joshua and I went out. That was lovely. And we have been sort of partly putting up Christmas decorations in bits and pieces. So the tree actually got put up last weekend, but not put up. Just the empty tree got put up because we'd ended up getting a new one, and I said to Steve it's not worth putting it away to then get it back out again. So it just stood where it's going to be, but we hadn't decorated. I hadn't put any lights on, so that happened. Lights went on yesterday, and today we started to put some decorations on it. So it's been a bit of a slow process. Good evening, Barry. And Lisa's here, and Paul. Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow process, but we're getting there. The lounge looks like Christmas has exploded at the moment, and we've got one of these garland things that sits in our bay window, and it's full of snow, like that fake snow stuff. And as you pull it out of the box, it kind of goes everywhere. So the lounge looks like it's been snowing. So yeah. That'll be needing to be hoovered up later, but you know, all good fun. Who have we got? Sylvia, good morning. Beautiful sunny morning. Lovely. It's dry here, just dark. It is dry. So this evening I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've got two new kits I got a little while ago, and I haven't done anything with them because life has just been a little bit busy, and with one thing and another, I haven't got to them. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to open them and share them with you, and we'll make some of the bits and pieces in there tonight. So we're not necessarily going to end up making cards, but you never know. You never know how things are going to go. So the two kits are the ornament kit. What is it called? Christmas ornament kit. So this one. And so I'm going to make a few of them. I don't think we'll make all of them, but we'll make a few of them so you can see how they come together. This is a lovely kit, and I had an idea for the three smaller ones. This is where I think we might end up making a card. I wanted to gift those ornaments on in a card. Like I wanted to kind of have them in like an aperture of a card. So we'll make them up, and then we'll see how heavy they are as to whether they can go on a card or not. And then the other one, which is still in its packet, hasn't been opened up, is the card keeper kit. Now I think this is going to be an awesome kit for gifting. So it comes with a gorgeous box with dividers and then some cards in there, but I thought it's the perfect kind of time of year for having this to set up your cards for the coming year, for getting a little bit organized. So we'll have a look at that one as well. Right, I've got my glue gun on beside me, so we're going to use that for the ornament kit. I have been having terrible problems with my eyes the last couple of days. It feels almost like hay fever, but is hay fever a thing at this time of year? I don't know. I keep it feels like just scratchy. So forgive me if I'm rubbing my eyes like crazy. But I should leave them alone, really. The rubbing is definitely not helping the situation. Right, okay, so 1st of December, I've got a new online shopping code. So if you shop online with me, be sure to pop that code in and you'll get a little thank you from me in the following months. Even if you forget to put the code in, I always send a little something out anyway, so card or whatnot. But the code just means there is an extra little gift. Maybe an eye bath, Mandy says. Do you know, dry eyes might be, especially with the heating coming on and stuff like that, it may well be the thing. Right, I made one of these up in advance just to show you. I didn't make them as per the instructions. I added some extra ribbon on because I have tons of this gingham ribbon. So I used the gingham ribbon and made up one of these already ahead of coming on. So I just checked my glue gun was working and things like that. So we'll make a couple of these and then we'll see if we can hang them on a card. But I've got a tree in my, not in my craft room, but in my my dining area. And so these are all going to make their way, the large ones are all going to make their way onto the tree. OnlineGP.com. Okay. We all have our talents on here. Okay, so we have 3 small hoops. It's funny when we're doing classes, if we ever have a discussion, we always like go off and Google stuff and we come back with the answers to what we were looking up. Okay, so we've got 6 large hoops, and then you get some pre-made bows, which will make some people happy, won't it? Because they're already tied, but they're not like stitched or glued, so you can tie them a little bit tighter if you like a tighter knot in the middle, which I do. Some of them are a little bit loose, but we can tighten them up. Then we've got a load of these plastic pine cones. We've got some berries, a few berries, some gold, some red, and some twine, of course. And then you get all the bits and bobs that you push out. So I'm going to do a smaller one because that is the larger. Who's had a go with this kit already, or who's purchased this kit and not opened it? Now is your time. Get this opened up and get them made so they can be used this year on your tree, or they could be decorated. They could be gifted, couldn't they? Pop these out. I'm being a bit lazy. I'm popping these all out in one go. There's a number of 2 sheets together there. There. A bit. Just push that out. Good morning, Joan. Sue says not purchased either of these kit. I wanted it, but it was out of stock. Do you know what? That's the one thing I didn't do. Do you know, I've just merrily decided to get these out of my cupboard and come on with them live. And I failed to check the online status of whether they're even available. So I'm flaunting these in front of you. And I haven't even checked, which was naughty of me. But I'm sure if they are out of stock, there'll be lots of you who already have it. So, I always think with these kinds of things, you are better. So when you see them and they're a little bit out of season, you are better, if you love it, buying it. Because once people start to think about, ornaments, then they start to sell really quickly and go out of stock. So when this first came out, it probably wasn't quite the right time of year for them. But there. Okay, so we've popped them out of those sheets. They're nice and thick, these. They are very thick to use. Anne-Marie says, I have 7 for crafting evening at the pub. That sounds wonderful. Very festive. So these pop out nice and easily. They're not going to tear this nice thick card. Hey, Gillian. And Kathleen's come on as well. Good evening. Okay. So these circles are the smaller ones. And there's some banners as well. Gosh, they're big. Big banners. I love the plaid on that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we want the smaller circles or circle. And smaller hoop. So we're going to get our twine. And what does it say for this one? This is the small one, isn't it? Right, okay. So the length, it does give you an idea of length. I'm just going to eyeball this. Good evening, Jane. To just get that the right length. Wiggling up there. Put into 3 with a glass of prosecco or mulled wine. Wonderful. Do like mulled wine. I loved when we went to, where did we have to Dortmund? We went for on stage. That was 2019. And there was a fabulous Christmas market. And it just tastes better, doesn't it? Out in wrapped up in a cozy big coat out in the markets, and it was awesome. I'm going to just put a little glue dot. Card keeper is available. Thank you, Paul. So we will. These ornaments hopefully will be back. I don't know that they'll necessarily be back in time to have them for this Christmas, but you could have them and make them up for next year. Okay, so we've got our string going through the middle of the hoop. These hoops are nice and chunky. And then we are going to put some dimensionals, which comes in the kit. You get a sheet of dimensionals. Through here. I'm going to pin some on the wire, on the thread, just to hold them in place. And then close that up. And then we can put our foliage. I don't know on this. I guess you can pick any. I don't suppose it matters. Just trying to see if the small one had. I think it was that piece. We'll put that on there. That on the top. And then we'll make this one up with the red bow, I think. Okay, so I have my glue gun. I've had it on a little while, so it is hot. Claire says she has 2. Are you planning to make them up to go on your own tree this year, Claire? What's plans with yours? They are gorgeous. I just put the glue gun in. Do you know, it's been on and hot for a little while. I didn't want that to shoot out. And then we'll have 2 of the pine cones. The hot glue gun will just make this a little bit more sturdy as far as keeping them for another year to reuse. I'm thinking you could possibly get away with glue dots, but they're more likely to then pop off and not quite be so usable, as it were. So that is a little one done. Should we make another? We'll make one more, and then I'll see if I can put this one onto a card, which was my plan. So I'll just show you one more of the large. Should we do one with the banner through it? That's a lovely one. So we'll do that one. We'll do a large hoop. The large hoop, just for kind of reference, measures just under 4, so 3¼ inch, or about 10 centimeters, just as a bit of a size guide. And then this is like the thread that we had, which was the gosh, the name should be ingrained in my brain. I've used enough of it. It came in the silver and the gold packets. It's a bit more springy and a bit more twisty than the current twisted gold thread that we have, which is lovely. So I'm going to just put a glue dot on the edge there, and that will just stop the thread from slipping. And then we'll tie that around the top. Good morning, Janine. Kathleen says, can I ask how big it is? I didn't see that question, but I said about the large one. Let me just give you the measurements of the small one in a second. We'll finish doing this. Glue dot on the top, and we'll just tie that into the glue dot, and it would just stop it slipping. Where it's obviously circular, you don't want the thread then slipping down and off the edge. So these are about 7 centimeters or 3 inches in diameter, the smaller ones. Dimensionals through there, and as I say, these dimensionals come in the kit. Banner going across. And that is actually the foliage that we want. So I don't know if you've used the glue dots in the kits. They're a little bit different in that they are like they've got like a little backing to them, so they're like a little bit of adhesive tape, whereas and they're flatter actually, whereas the ones on our rolls of glue dots got a little bit more dimension to them. Give these a little fold. You're welcome, Kathleen. I'm wondering if I am streaming to YouTube this evening, or if it's all gone to Facebook. Oh no, Janine's over on, and Paul is on YouTube as well. I think a few others are. the little logo that I see when the comments pop up is not red like it normally is, and so I hadn't quite seen that. So that is good. Okay. So we're going to do one leaf or two. Should we do one? Shaz says, hands up, she's on YouTube. All right, I'm going to have one leaf on here, and then we will have I'm going to do the same ribbon on this to make it a little bit more fancy. So I'm going to do a bit of the ribbon tying. So this is the gingham with the vanilla. So we're going to have a little tail come out here. I'm left-handed. I cut with my right hand. I write with my left hand. I do most things right-handed, but then I sort of interchange stuff. So if you're left-handed and watching me thinking that's not how I would do it as a left-handed person, or I'm right-handed and that looks really awkward, I am sorry. Because I don't know, my dominant hand to tie is this way round, but yeah. I've tried to do it in this hand and I don't know why I can't do it, but so I hold it and I have a tail down here and I go around. So this is one loop of the ribbon, and then you can go as many times as you want. So that's 2 loops, so that would give you a double bow, and then a triple bow you would just go round again. So that is 3 loops of the ribbon on each side, and then I'm going to use the tail to basically tie all the way around the ribbon and come through the bit that I've just looped. So I'm tying a single knot in the middle of the ribbon, and then it gives you the triple bow but with the one set of tails, rather than trying 3 bows and layering them up, because then you would have 3 tails. So you can keep going with as many rounds of your ribbon as you want, and it's just that knot in the middle that holds that in place. Hopefully that's a little tip for you. So I'm going to glue that on into place, and then I added an extra gold bow. So can't tell, it's all mixed up, but I had my son try to show me how it worked in front of me, so I had any chance of making bows this way. Perception is a tricky thing, isn't it, Kathleen, especially when you're on screen. And so I'm going to do a double bow with the gold. So again, we'll come round, and I did a single. Double might be a bit much, actually. Let's see. Is it too much? Nah, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. Let's go. We'll add it in. No, my wire is not that long. I've got it plugged in over the other side. Oops, just got a tail of that. I'll hold that into the glue. And then, oh, she says pulling it out of the glue. Let's hold that still for a minute and be patient. And then we can add the pine cones on. So I'm going to give this 3 pine cones. So 1 big, 2 small. And we'll go large at the bottom, I think. And then the small one. And then that small one. Just nestled in there. And I'm just going to hold to make sure that that stays in place. Got glue threads on the back of my hand. Like spiders' webs, aren't they, when they get like that? And I'm going to use the red berries. And I'm going to pop that into the middle and just give that a minute to hold as well. There you go. So that is, and you would just continue to make them. So the backs are plain on the green ones, and they are gingham or plaid on the plaid ones. They're double sided, so all of them have got both sides, and I've just put the white bit to the middle so that you don't get the white bit on the outside. I feel like this one's looking a little bit plain compared to these, so I might add a little gold bow onto this one, and then we can see if I can put this into a card. But I'll see how I go for time. What are we at? 9 o'clock. Might use some glue dots. So, Stacey says super pretty. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Can't take any credit for it because the kit's done all the hard work, but they are worth. If you've got them and you've managed to get them while they've been in stock, definitely make sure you make them up. Don't leave them in a cupboard forgotten about, because they are gorgeous, and they deserve to be out and seen, don't they? They can be enjoyed. Do you know what they would make as well? They'd make gorgeous like napkin toppers, wouldn't they? You could tie some thick ribbon around the side and have them on the top around your napkins on the Christmas table, which would be very pretty. That's a bit of sparkly gold. Okay, so let's see if we can pop this. I'll pop these bits out of the way, and then I'm going to grab a card front. All I do with the bits is once I pop them out is I'll pop them into the box, into the bottom of the box here, just to keep them all together. And then I can come back to this and finish making them up. We don't want any bits getting lost. So thread in there. Glue dots, my dimensionals, and then the bits that I've popped out. I just stack them carefully together because they're a bit catchy. I'll try and stack them so that they're on top of each other. Well, no, because we could use ring and have rings around. We could use a dice ring. Yeah, you absolutely could. You can buy these hoops or rings separately. I managed to get hold of some last year. They'd featured in the catalogue, and You can get them at various sizes. So yeah, you could definitely, and you could do birthday ones as well. They don't have to be Christmas. You could do fun birthday hanging gift ornament things, couldn't you? Right, let's put the instructions back in there as well, so they are safe. And I'll put them on top of there because they're going to go onto my tree. Let me grab a card base. So we're going to need a circle that's going to be at least 3 inches. I've got the card keeper kit. I am going to show you this. I'm not going to take ages to show you this card, or I hope I'm not. Anyway, let's see how that goes. I just wanted to 10.5. Just a standard card base, and then we could use our stylish shapes. I think I'm wondering if that's big enough. Not quite. Just, I mean, like it would sit exactly within it. So could try that. Might be a snug fit. The other option is to use one of the Spotlight on Nature dies. That is all. Is that going to cut to that? That's a little bit bigger, tiny bit. That one might work better. Just because it's a tinsy bit bigger, I think. Right, we're going to get my cutting machine. So bring this in here. So I've got a big cut and emboss machine. And we will cut. I'm going to cut a piece of white at the same time, I think. Or we could go, I've got white, but we could go coloured cards. Go designer paper. Let's see if this will go through. Is that about even? I think so. Thereabouts. Okay, so we're going to go a couple of times through. I'm going to come back this way so I don't dent the. So I was going to emboss the front or stamp. So we could stamp with the falling snow. That would be an option. Or we could emboss, but the falling snow could be quite pretty, couldn't it? We could do just a little bit of classic, a little bit of pool party. I mean, Jackie, it's not going to give you the best impression on your die cut pieces. Like if you're thinking, gosh, that's efficient. But it definitely lines up where I want the pieces to be. So it has the benefit of that as opposed to efficiency for cutting too, because they kind of like it doesn't give you the best of the second image. But yes, you can, and you can cut through the DSP as well. So if you want a piece to line up on the front of designer paper, then that would be an option. So we've got some snowfall, and just grab a grid piece of paper. Must order some more. My packet is getting low. I'm going to just take my pool party and just add a little touch to the edges. Can't go wrong with a little bit of pool party blending. This has to be my most used blending brush. That and green, actually. I think my Granny Apple green blending brush. You have colours that you reach for the most, I think. Okay, blending, and then what I was thinking was kind of tape this through. If you get me, get me. Let's see. I think I'm going to leave this bit sticking out the top of the card. I don't know how I'd make a card. Pool party, if they ever did that, I don't think it would ever leave my craft room. There would have to be a seriously good colour to come in its place. You make me laugh. That and twine, never leaving my craft room. Good pair of snips, some twine and pool party, and I'm a happy lady. Right. I think I'm going to leave that hanging out the top of the card, just so that it's kind of evident that this would be a gift of, I know it's not then the people I don't know. If you got given this, would you leave it in the card or would you take it out? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, let's see. Line that back up. I mean, you can only make 3 of these, so they would be for someone special, wouldn't they? But you could do like a photo of like like a family photo. You could put a photo in there maybe, or on the back you could put a photo. You could do a photo and have a punched out circle on the back. That would be really nice of a photo to gift. And then like the ornament would be, and you could put sort of Christmas, 2024. It is to take it out and hang it on the tree. Good. I think that would be my hope if I was to send this to someone. I think that it would then be, maybe they could have the Christmas card up and then keep it, and then it would be an ornament for next year. And you could put that as a note in the card, couldn't you? But there you go. So is that going to? It is going to stand. Wonderful. But yeah, you've got the ornament then hanging there. So we could just put a little splatter of Wink of Stella and maybe a sentiment on there. That's the other thing I need to put on my list. More Wink of Stella. Right, we want a. Do you reckon that's cherry cobbler? It's quite dark, isn't it? But should we go cherry cobbler? I think so. Let's do that with. My craft room is a mess. Here, from our home to yours, and we can heat emboss that. Mandy says, "Great card, thank you." I had bought. I thought there was more. I didn't really look at didn't look closely enough when I ordered the box. I thought there was an even amount. I thought there was more little ones. I think the big ones might be a bit too top heavy, unless you did something a bit more structurally to hold the card up. I think it might topple forward. I have a, Jackie says, I love that sentiment. Me too. So I have a card coming out on my blog tomorrow, I think. Yes, tomorrow. And I've used this sentiment, but one of the things I've said in my kind of blurb is like, this is my most used sentiment. Of all the sentiments we've had this year, this is my most used. Evening, lovely Eloise. Oh, Paul, gold embossing. Good shout. I might re-emboss it. Hang on. I'll just heat this. I will. Shout. That will not go amiss on another card, so do a few. Not that I need 4 sentiments for this card, but gold. The white sits on top of my embossing pots, and it's the one I reach for far too often. I don't think that's a bad thing, though, is it? Can you over emboss? Let's heat this up. Ooh. Magic. Magic, magic. Let's cut that out. Oh, that'd be cute. Do you know what? I might snip it in half. Right, throwing the spare bits in the drawer. I've got a handy dandy like computer riser on my desk, so it picks my screen up so it's at better eye level when I'm working, so that I'm not looking down to my computer. And there's a drawer in the front of it, and that's where I keep all my extra bits, my like scraps off the desk, as it were. And every now and again I have a big clear out of it, and I am brutal, but generally I can reach in there for extra circles and things like that. So like I've got these die cut bits, like they're all kind of just sat in that drawer in front of me, and so if I've got extra bits, then I can pull out potentially the perfect piece that it's been sat there waiting for. Love from our home to yours. I'll just put them on really squint. Do that. Better. Then maybe a couple of gems. Why not? Let's do a few little gems just around the sentiment. Okay. And then you've got a little ornament. Right, there you go. There's a little idea. If you have some of these and you're not sure if you'll use all of them on your tree, then you can gift some. But these ones will definitely be making their way onto my tree in my craft area. They are gorgeous colours. Whoever designed this kit, genius. Genius. Right, let me turn my hot glue gun off because I just felt the heat of that come onto my hand. So that is off for the evening. How do you keep from spilling it over those tiny poles? Oh, do you mean the heat embossing? Oh, my blending brush is piling out. Right. Let me put that to one side, and we'll have a little look at this card keeper kit. Now, I think that this is a brilliant kit for a Christmas gift. I haven't even looked at how this goes together. So we are in this together. Let's see. Let's put that in there. I do like a tidy desk. Right. Out the way. Okay, so thanks, Stacey. This one is it's heavy. I'll tell you that it is heavy. And it is a slightly wider box, like the depth of the box is wider than a normal kit. So that gives you an indication that obviously this is a little bit bigger as well. So I really love the blue foils on this. Gorgeous. So that's beautiful. Some nice extras with the bows that you added. Thanks, Debbie. This looks very easy. I haven't even looked at the instructions, but I'm assuming boom, and then just take that tape off. Yeah, I think that just goes up like that. I mean, yeah. How good is that? That's genius. Love that. And then these are the dividers, really sturdy. They're your card dividers, so you can get organised. cards in here. Let's see what's in here. I'll do that box in a second. So it does give you some dimensionals and glue dots, some lovely bright envelopes. So you've got Pool Party and Daffodil Delight, so 5 of each. And then your card bases with the foiling, 5 of those. Labels for your tabs for these, so you can put on birthday or love and support, and you've got your special occasions, you've got your different anniversaries, so you've got those, and they obviously come in various languages. Big sentiments and leaves. Oh, Pool Party, they're pretty, like those. The sentiments, there's 2 of that one, 2 of that one. So you've got the leaves there, and then you have got the vellum and the gold. These I love. Oh, I like how they've done that with the leaves. I like that they've done the little circle dots. That's good. That's very handy, isn't it? These pop out really easily. Like you can, you might be sort of concerned that they're a little bit delicate. I mean, you don't want to be pulling them too hard, but they're nice, thick. The foil is thicker than our normal foil, and our normal foil is already substantial. So that pulls off. If you wanted to, you've got like little slithers down the edge if you wanted to be a little bit frugal with those. And then there should be some instructions here. So this is what you'll end up with. And in here, you've got the instructions as I had anticipated. You just peel the tape off and push that against the edge. So very, very easy to put together. So should we do that? We'll put that and peel that tape off. And then peel the tape off that bit. That is genius. Genius. You've got a nice inside then. That is a big box. Cracking. These dividers then add a little bit of, not that the box is unstable, but they add a little bit of stability into the box as well. So you can add, as you add your cards into the different sections, you've got them in there as well. So you've got that, and then you've got the lovely lid, which will then just sit over the top, and that is beautiful foiling. So yeah, I love that. That is a good size box. Might inspire me to get my January birthdays ready. I need to get Christmas done first. Got a pile of Christmas cards that need to be written. Let's make just one of each of these so you can see them. We've got the vellum circle on this one, and then the just because. Just going to sit on there. And then this one, it's got the leaves. So we get 2 leaves for that card. And 2 of them. And one of them on there. And these are just going to sit across here. And then the leaves. It is a nifty little box, isn't it? Definitely intend to try and, I don't know if I'm going to use the dividers as occasions or if I'm going to use it as months of the year. I might tab them and have it, because there's 6 in there, so I could do 6 months worth of birthdays, and then on the other side put the other months of the year, and then you could flip them around for the rest of the year. And so, yeah, rather than occasions, I could then just have my birthday cards that I'm sending out for the months. I think I would probably get more use out of it. Although I am terrible at like not having cards for other occasions, like ready to go. So thinking of you, I'm going to do happy birthday. I do like a happy birthday. Oops, that's a lot of dimensionals, isn't it? Eloise says, let's just, yeah, you could stick an extra bit of tape on there, definitely. I think the dividers have held it okay in there. That one, that's pretty, very quick and simple. I mean, not my style at all as far as making a card that quick, but I'm always like surprised when I think, oh, that's a pretty card, like it's come together really quick and I haven't put 50 layers on it. I'm going to add a bit of gold twine because it would be wrong not to, but otherwise I will leave it as it was intended to be made. Yeah, that's a good idea. They put like some of Easter cards on Mother's Day, and Emma twine is an Emma trademark. No, I do like a bit of twine. And then maybe, look, I mean, would anyone notice if I snuck a few gems on as well? I mean, it would be rude not to. It's just, we can't have it, completely simple. That's better. I'm happy with that now. But that's cute, and that's going to go into a pool party envelope. Yeah, Christmas will need a whole nother box. I mean, Christmas is a whole nother level, isn't it, Mandy? It's Christmas is a whole nother thing. I've got piles of on the sideboard behind me. I just need to write them. What's going on with this one? Let's do a little bit of glue where the sentiment is going to go. So that's kind of my tip if you're gluing behind vellum. But actually, you can't really see the glue on this vellum. It's very good. That's a good idea. Just 2 months per divider, and then so January, February, March. So I need a whole divider for May because it's a busy month for birthdays. But It might have to have a month on its own. It could definitely double up, couldn't you? I like to put envelopes into the sections, like address the envelopes and put the envelopes in if I know I'm going to make mostly standard size cards. And then kind of the envelopes give me an indication of how many cards I've then got to make in that month. When was the last time I bought a ready-made card? Oh, it's like confessions, isn't it? I should say, as I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 15 years, at least 15 years ago, Paul. However, I had seen a very funny, very apt card from Joshua for Father's Day and for Steve's birthday, and I ended up buying them both from the supermarket, and I felt ridiculously guilty for doing so, which is daft, but they were just perfect, and I couldn't have recreated them. They were just that kind of card that I just couldn't have made. So probably in 15 years I have bought, I don't know, 2, maybe less than 5 cards. I have definitely not had the need for purchasing, but they leapt off the shelf at me. Kind of an in joke at the time. I struggle to cope with Victorian nature of it. I agree, Sylvia. I think I like the idea of making these up and gifting them. I think these would make a lovely, if I made these all up and put them in the box. Like, you could make the box up, make the cards up, put them in the box, and then put a bow around the box and gift the box to somebody. If you think they're not gonna necessarily want to make, or you might gift the kit for them to make, and so that they can have the pleasure of making them. But yeah, I like the extra proofs and the stepped up bits and the stamping. So although a hair card from National Trust Shop made its way into a schedule. Absolutely. I think that kind of some of them are so beautifully like painted or something like that. Then, but if it's a keeper, it's like buying a picture, isn't it, Mandy? There we go. They've not been left completely. We need some little extra flowers, don't we? Where is there some flowers that I could quickly get so that I don't take ages? Where is there some dies that have got little flowers in? Is there anything that immediately come to hand? Oh, look, hibiscus. There we go. Happy hibiscus. It's got some little flowers in it. Let's have them. Good job they were at the front of my storage. Let's do a little bit of die cutting. In white. So I can't quite get my head around that we're now in December. It's a little bit crazy. However, I have started to think about and start the planning for classes for next year. So I haven't quite decided exactly, and I haven't published them yet, but I will be soon. And I will share them in my newsletter that they are live. So if you're not on my newsletter list, I endeavour to be even better with my newsletter sending next year. But be sure to be on the list to make sure you get all the latest from me and any extras. I have a sign up on my website, coastalcrafter.com, and there is a newsletter sign up on the front of that. And I promise not to over spam your inbox. I will only be sending useful and genuine newsletters. I'm just trying to finalise some details, but I might have some other classes coming up next year, which is quite exciting. It'll be a monthly thing, but I'm just finalising, and then I will also share that is to come. If you're local ish to me, then they will be open for anyone to book onto. And so more details coming soon. And of course, my Card and a Cuppa membership continues into 2025. So if you'd like to come and join the fun, it is a wonderful, wonderful community group. And honestly, Fridays are my favourite. I love a Sunday evening, but Fridays are my favourite day of the week, because I get to hang out live, and we create a card every week together. So I'm just copying the flowers off this card. I will and details of that will be coming as well. So I will look to Brian and I need to have a bit of a catch up on dates and things, but yes. So lots to be looking forward to. And lots of gorgeous new things coming. So good. There's some lovely flowers, which I'm not disappointed about. Hey, Holly. And a very cute, the storybook suite that's coming. It's got some cute characters and rabbits and things in, and that's very sweet. That looks lovely. Although I did an unboxing, everything went back into the box, and I have to say I've kept it in the box because Christmas is everywhere, and I don't want to get it out and put it all away and then not remember what I've got, or make sure you have a pop-up box in one of the classes. Every class should have a pop-up box, Paul. We'd all be, by December 2025, we'll all be pros, including me. We had a fun. We had reindeer class over the weekend. On Friday, I had a double class. So Friday and Saturday night, we did 3 cards. Well, 2 cards and a pop-up box on Friday night, and then on Saturday night we made 3 more projects, and we made a pop-up box. But yeah, lots of laughter to be had for sure. And everyone came back on Saturday, so it was a bonus. Right, so we've got some. Look at that, just to give it like a little bit of a zhuzh. It's got to have a little bit of extra, hasn't it? Mandy says you ordered that, so it was at the storybook one. Yes, it's very lovely, isn't it? Oh look, let's just splatter it as well. There we go. Just a little bit extra, just because those of you can get more. And that's going to go with the yellow card. So I'm going to pop that, and then that can go in the box, ready for any birthdays that are coming up, and box ready to go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So as I say, one to either make up yourself and keep, buy one and gift it for someone else to make up, or make it up and give them the box with a big bow round. And someone would love that if they had loads of cards to send throughout the year in a beautiful box. What a lovely gift or present that would make someone, if you're stuck for what to get someone at this time of year. Right, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed them. It was a little bit different tonight, not my usual kind of, I know, like, I don't normally go through kits, but I thought it would be nice for a change. So we did this ornament and had it hanging in the card. I've shown you a couple of those, and then the beautiful box. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those. Normal schedule will resume next week, and I will be making something. If you've got any requests, then let me know. It is it still Christmas stuff next week? May not be Christmas stuff next week. Let me know. And I will see you then. I look forward to seeing you. Have a good week, everyone, whatever you're up to. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.